the traditional land of the Huron, Wendat, the Seneca, and most recently the Mississaugas of the Credit River. Today, this meeting place is still the home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land. So with that, I know this is, like I said, this is our first meeting post the summer, so there's some points to talk about. We have some activity during the members only section. So with that, let's kick it off. Mr. Fenton, any opening remarks, any comments before I hand over to Adam?
Well, other than to say this is actually going to be my last community police liaison committee meeting. The last one. Before I sail off into the sunset as a retired person. So I just wanted to express my gratitude to each and every one of you that comes here week after week, month after month, and contributes to the safety of this community in 43 Division. It has been one of the great pleasures of my last 7, almost 8 years to share the responsibility of community safety with each and every person in this room. Some people that have been coming faithfully are not here today, and I will miss you all. I know that the division is in good hands because you are people that are committed to the community of 43 Division, and you have expressed your trust with your feet in the police by coming here and engaging with us and helping us to do our job in a more effective and efficient way. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for your friendship over the years. I will genuinely miss you all. And I know that you will support the next person that's sitting in my chair, whoever that may be. And I'll miss the barbecues too.
Well, you can always come to my house. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. So just to start off, I'm going to recommend this Adam LeBlanc.
All right, welcome back, everybody. I hope everybody had a good summer. I know the weather's been fantastic, so hopefully everybody has had a good summer. I'm the crime analyst here at Constable Adam LeBlanc. Most of you know me as regulars, and I'm going to go through a little presentation here of what's gone on this past August. First up, this is our community map of our representation at the CPLC. What I just learned is we have actually a couple of newer members, not brand new members of the CPLC. Their names will be up there next month, so that's great to see. The more names we get up on that map, the better it is for the community. This next map is one that's been up for a couple of months now. This is showing our neighborhoods. This is how the service is going right now. The neighborhoods instead of control areas or zones. And our neighborhood officers all have certain assignments to certain neighborhoods. So there's the officers who are in connection with each individual neighborhood. And next month you'll see some new names up there and some older names up. So we're going to have some change in that office up there this month. Starting off with some traffic. This is a map of the collisions in 43 Division for the month of August. The dots represent different types of collisions. And on top of that, we have a heat overlay, which helps you visualize where the major problems are. On a weekly basis, every Thursday, we have a crime management meeting here at 43 Division. This is presented to the supervisors and the superintendent, and they use this to help shape their directives for the week coming. A little bit different about this map than you usually see is obviously usually around our major intersections is where our hotspots are. In August, the upper northwest quadrant was a little bit busier than usual, and some intersections that we usually see kind of right around over in the east end have disappeared. So it's good to see that the switches are going down that area.
Just to, I see a map on a weekly basis. I just saw it earlier today, and we made some decisions about our focus for the coming week, and we are going to be looking more at Kingston Road than other areas, simply because that is where the most collisions have occurred in the last week. We all know that there is construction, especially as you come off of the 401. That usually does raise issues of minor fender benders, but we are going to look at that. We still continue to see the distracted driving. And, you know, sometimes I make funny quips about it, but it really isn't funny. It's a practice that people are still engaging in, and it's killing more people than drunk driving does. And we really do have to eradicate it. You and I are just not that important that we have to be reading our text messages or sending one while we're driving. Yet we see it every day. Life is too short. It's too easy in a split second for something to go wrong. Simply wait. We're not that important, but we're certainly too precious at the same time to our loved ones. People that love us want to spend time with us, and it's a real concern. It's one of my pet peeves, so it's again a focus for this week for our officers who are out there in between video calls. We're going to be focusing on distracted driving, people using their cell phones. As soon as you touch your cell phone, the offense is complete. You touch it, be aware.
Yeah. This next map here shows our enforcement efforts versus our collisions. So the collision docs are gone now. The overlay, which is showing the collisions, is the heat overlay, and then the little crosses there are where tickets are handed out. So as you can see, in bulk, a lot of our tickets are handed out in those red envelopes on that. Moving on to some of our crime maps. First one up here is break and enters. We have the dots, they signify break-ins that have occurred. The different colors just show the different zones of the division. Over the summer, we did have, and throughout the year, we have been struggling with break and enters a bit. They are on the rise. A lot of this was fueled in the summer by commercial entries. As you can see, if you look, this line here is Texas Road, which is the prime target for people who are doing commercial entries. It's the main street in and out and across the city. So we have a little bit of an increase in commercial entries while there. Residential entries are staying relatively low compared to what we've seen, which is good. But total RDs are up slightly.
Yeah, with the residential break and enters, we continue to see people who. We had one this week. A dog is barking. Somebody left their home. Their son was home. Dog barks. Dogs usually bark for a reason. The son comes from the basement, sees nothing, goes back down. At that time, there's actually somebody in the house. Dog's giving him a message. Somebody is in here that shouldn't be, and they have they lost a laptop. We got it back. We've solved that particular one. However, be alert. Know your neighborhood. If you see people knocking at the door, if they're knocking at your door and you don't want to answer, by all means don't answer. However, let them know you're there, because they won't break in knowing that you're there. Go away. I'm not coming to the door. Don't go out. Call the police. They don't want you to call the police, because the people that do break and enters want to get in and out without detection. They're knocking on your door just to see if anybody's home. Lock your doors when you leave, lock your apartments when you leave your apartments, even if you're just going to a neighbor's. And if you see suspicious activity, especially involving a vehicle, getting a license plate is gold for us. If you see a vehicle that's suspicious on your street, get the license plate.
Our next line, robberies. So this shows the RAR's app on this. If you recall, when we stood down for the summer, our robberies were extremely low. We've been able to maintain throughout the summer and all year. Our robberies right now are at a historical low. They're the lowest they've ever been since the inception of this division. And further to that, a lot of the robberies that we are having are being fueled by things like other minor offenses evolving into robberies. So someone gets into a fight, and at the end of that fight, something is taken that now turns into a robbery. So our street robberies are extremely low. So it's something that we're proud of around here, and we hope to keep down for the rest of the year.
So sometimes we throw around police language, and and it's familiar to us, maybe not to others. I've had somebody tell me, my house was robbed. Well, that's not a robbery, that's a break and enter. So a robbery is when violence or a threat of violence is used in order to take from you, theft from you, whether it's your wallet, whether it's a gold chain, and any violent crime is obviously very high on our priority, and it's the lowest it's ever been in our division in our history. We're down 43% this year compared to last year, and last year we were down a significant percentage. I believe it was around 17% the year before. Each year we've been able to knock this down. So 43% is significant, but when you look at it over the last 7 years, it's really significant because it's dropped exponentially. Kudos to you as the community for assisting us with that particular crime issue. As you know, we've done public awareness campaigns that have spun out of this meeting. We continue to get assistance with these crimes when they do occur, and we're able to usually make speedy arrests, which then prevents that repetitive crime from happening. Excellent work by everybody here. Excellent work by the officers that are working out of this division. Minus 43% in this particular crime range, which is a really important one for us. Robberies. Excellent work.
Moving right along. Next matter, theft of autos. This is another stat that has started to climb in the past few months. Our theft of autos are going up slightly from what we've experienced for the past couple of years. As you can see, over in the west end is where we're seeing most of our autos stolen. It has been like that for about 2 or 3 months, not as much as you said, but in the west end. So if you're in your neighborhoods and you see something suspicious, or people going around in cars, make sure you report the police, make sure you're locking the doors. Lots of these cars get stolen because they're not locked or even left and right. So if you leave your car idling, you keep chances.
Yes, something to remember. I won't be here for when you get into the cold months, but in the cold months, we typically see those warm-up thefts of vehicles, so be cognizant of that. We have done significant work on this and do have some significant leads with respect to persons that are stealing motorcycles in our division and other divisions. So I think we're going to see some good news come soon on those particular issues, but we're doing really well on that. And some of these motorcycle thefts are what's driving up this particular statistic. So it's good news coming soon.
And then this next slide is our 7 major crime indicators. Like always, these crime indicators are set by Statistics Canada, and it's something they did. They feel this best reflects what's going on in the community. And look at these statistics. If you come across with ours, we're looking pretty good this year. Our sexual assaults are up slightly. Our assaults are down 7%. That's huge, as you can see in our division. And if you look at any division in the city, probably any police force from the GTA, that is a main driver. It's always the most offenses on anything. To see that coming down is very positive. And then as you go to robberies, again, minus 43%. It's astronomical. There's not much more to be said about that. Break-and-enters, they have turned it up a little bit this year, but we're doing the best we can with that. And auto theft as well. When you look at total, we're down 6% overall, which is amazing when you consider what the city of Toronto is going through this year so far with crime and just the service with manpower and stuff like that. And if you take note, this 6%, minus 6%, that is being driven mainly by assaults and robberies, which are both violent crimes. So our violent crimes division is trending downwards by a great deal. Property crimes up a little bit, which you don't want to see, but it's, if you wanted one of those reduced, I'm pretty sure you want to see violent crime down. That's what we're seeing. That's good news. And then one last thing, we probably already touched on it. I just thought I'd put this up here again. We usually run this around Christmas time, but because our auto fests are going up, and we have over the summer, like usual, usually our theft from cars go up. So remember, lock your car, only valuables in it. It's amazing. Every day when we read these reports, people are getting computers and stuff like that stolen from their car. Only that stuff in your car. Okay, so yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Thanks, Adam. So next is on the community safety team, Paul.
Finally got Julie off the agenda. It's just me. I think I can yell.
Sure.
Just very quickly, folks, you'll see the board up here. We call it fatal work fatalities. Those are, of course, unfortunate souls, drivers and pedestrians killed. Just wanted to quickly touch, because those are broken down even further than it shows on that board. There's been approximately 17 pedestrian fatalities this year, and that may be out by a day, but approximately 15, so 1 5 of those are 65 and over. So just ask if you have any older brothers and sisters that are over 65, please just let them know. And the one easy thing to do, please just cross the intersection. Overwhelmingly, those are people that there's a traffic light that's 2 feet down the road. They'd be submitted not follow that signal. When we make ourselves predictable, it's so much easier and so much safer. So please be careful. Okay? And just so I have this soapbox, there's not many people can say they enjoy my job most days. And most of that, I know I've already embarrassed you once today about the health and safety community, but losing a good officer is more important than losing a great man. I just want to say thank you for your kindness to me and to my family. Thank you.
I wanted to say the same thing, but I didn't want to say well done.
We have one other item. This is where we open it up to everyone. This is to expect any community activities, concerns. So I'd like to open it up to everyone who's joining. Yes.
Anyone speak?
Oh.
I represent the Gilbert Village Community Association here. Just 2 things I can update on if it's possible. When the Gilbert Library Culture event was held in late July, there was a golf cart stolen. This golf cart was worth $14,500. And it has since been recovered, but the recovery involved the person that had rented it paying a ransom. And apparently the name of the person that stole this is known, and it was reported to the police. I wondered if there's any update.
I know that it's been worked on by our major crime unit, and I know a lot of investigation has gone into it.
It's a joint investigation with the Bureau of Region, which we came from, but I know that there was a suspect that was known, and I believe that the suspect was arrested.
We will confirm that and get back to you, Reg, for the next meeting, or in fact, if you get, and we'll get in contact with you. But if we can get in touch with Reg before the next meeting and just give them that, and we'll report at the next meeting, just to make everybody else aware, but I don't want you waiting for a month for the answer to that question. So we'll get that to you. But I know a lot of work went into that one. I have a sneaky feeling there was an arrest made, but we'll confirm that.
Okay, thank you. The second point that the community is a little anxious about was the robbery this week at the Jug City milk store. And so a lot of people now nervous.
I'm very familiar with that. There's some real good work taking place on that, and I don't want to talk too much about it. It's another one, probably there may be good news by the next CPLC on that one, so I wouldn't be too nervous on that particular one where we're making good progress.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Any comments from anyone else?
I got something to say.
Oh, dear.
Before we break up, I think we're gonna break up now, right?
Yeah, we just have one other item right after this.
Oh, I've said this many times. But now, Sumida announced that he's gonna be here for the next meeting, so I probably will skip. Anyways, some of us
who attend the annual conference have heard repeatedly, sort of quote, "You guys have the best division." And you hear it once, you hear it twice. But we kind of, after a while, we kind of felt that all we know is CPLC. The division is the division. And we know who our superintendent is. But I feel, coincidence, I don't know. But to earn that distinction is a great feeling for me. And to go on with this. I've been doing this for, I think, 20 years, more than 20 years. And I feel very proud that this has happened under the watch of Superintendent Fenton. We now, some of us, have discussed is leaving. And we're trying to figure, well, where do we go from here? What's going to happen? Who's coming? We can't do that because changes are happening. And it will happen. But we here, I think, speaking on behalf of the members, I think we're going to continue to do the job. But I still give a lot of credit to the boss because it's a person he found that it's easy to work with and communicate. We don't know what we're going to happen, but we'll do our best. Thank you, Superintendent.
Thank you.
So that wraps up our meeting. I know there's, during our break, we actually have just a small surprise, but before that, I figured we might as well just do it right now. So, Paul, if you don't mind handing the mic over to Vanessa, just a small words to say and start to laugh.
Well, a lot can be said for 30 years of policing. I think it was September 20th, 1988. I'm correct, and I looked up a few things because our superintendent, he has given so many different speeches and so many different retirements of fellow officers. And he always did something that was really, really cool, looking about what happened back in 1988. So I look back, and the number one movie was Rain Man, Fish Called Wanda, and my favorite, Beetlejuice. The average price for a house in the U.S. was $91,000 U.S. The average rent was $420. George W. Bush was elected as president. Maggie Thatcher was in power in England, and we had Brian Mulroney as our prime minister. So a lot of different significant events. To do with policing, crack cocaine was first discovered in North America in 1988. And also Prozac was first sold as a legal drug, believe it or not. So, that would have been Ritalin. But we all, it's going to be try not to get emotional. So you held it together. So I'm roughly tough.
We didn't look away.
But by the people of the CPLC, everybody here, all of your officers, you know we adore you, we're going to miss you. And I mean, just your sentiments, just beautiful. He is the reason we've all worked, every single one of us that you see here, have all worked at other divisions, except you maybe. And we've worked all around the city, 5 district divisions that are the hustle and bustle and everything. And we always feel that downtown, everything, the nucleus is around downtown, and sometimes we feel that the outskirts get forgotten. But because of people like Mark Fenton and the strategies that he's put in place in this division, it's unbelievable with the manpower. Everybody knows about the decreasing manpower that we have out there. The way that we have really, really still stifled crime in this division. And to see the stats that Adam reports on, I mean, this is all because he's been at the helm. He's been the one that's steering us. So I really do hope it continues, and we're not keeping you guessing. We have absolutely no idea who is coming, but hopefully they'll let us know, and then we'll be able to let you know. But this is his last meeting, and James has got, I think we've got cake. We've got samosas, thank you to you, and I think there's some cake coming, but
Awesome.
Dory, I'm gonna miss you, the surprise.
Okay, so that wraps up our meeting. We do have, Mark, a small cake here for everyone, so we'll just cut the cake. Please, everyone stay back.
Show everybody, but I don't want to drop.
There's samosas, there's coffee, there's the amount of juice. We've got plastic this time, so please, everyone.
Thank you, thank you. I will do the cutting. Is it more?
Yeah, there we go.